must have been a great day at work. And trust us that we won't leave your faces without giving you guys the recent happening that you might have missed in the course of your activity at work. My name is Daki, and you can spell it as Darki, and then you know it, double E. Welcome again to this exciting segment of Gospel Life News. The news is buzzing. I promise you, the news is buzzing. Arya Star came out on an interview where she was asked who she would love to work with, and then she said, somebody and somebody. All of that, I'll bring them to you in a bit. For our fans out there, I want to say a big thank you to you guys. Thank you. We love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. We appreciate your love, your energy, your consistency. It means a lot to us. Top kisses to you guys. We love you guys. And at the time, you can now stream us live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Please come through. We are waiting for you in the spaces. I will implore you guys to please put on your notification button so you'll be the first person to know whenever we'll make a video or a content. Let's go straight to what the news look like. We'll begin with Rema. Starboy, one of the greatest guy we have, who is doing good for himself, and he's not showing any sign of slowing down. We saw Rema surpassing 3 billion career stream on Spotify as the lead artist. So far, he is the second African artist to hit this mark, an amazing one. Rema have just surpassed 3 billion career stream on Spotify. Moving on, we saw Cham off the Rave and Roses Ultra have also just surpassed 90 million streams on Spotify, and that is Rema's third 2023 song to cross this mark. Rema has been amazing. We know Don Toliver, the Soweto remix, has also crossed 90 million, and other songs he's done that crossed 90 million streams on Spotify. But then Bobalu also have crossed 90 million, and Cham is making the third song that Rema did last year to cross 90 million. 10 million more, and we have hit 100 million streams on Spotify. And moving on, we saw Rema and Gomez Calm Down have just surpassed 790 million views on YouTube. And that's a big one coming from the stables of Rema. So far, this song has just been that career-changing hemisphere for Rema. Ever since this song came out, Rema's career has taken a different turn, and he has been doing good for himself, firing on all cylinders. Moving on, we saw Rema's D&D, the chart at number 16 on this week UK official Afrobeat chart. And on the chart, that song has been there for 13 weeks. And when it peaked at number 7. So far, Rema has spent a record 500 days on the global Spotify chart. And in case you're wondering how this his statistics, he is the most streamed African song on Spotify with about 1.245 billion. That's for Calm Down, the one with Gomez. And he's also the highest charting African song with 8, number 8 on the chart. He's also the longest charting African song with 524 days. And then he has the highest single day stream on Spotify with 3.76 million for a day. And that's a spontaneous record coming from Rema. Rema has just proven that numbers and record are meant to be broken because he has done it, he has broken the record, and is now setting records for others to follow. And moving on, we saw Rema last year was the best-selling African artist by a total album units in the US for the year 2023, and that's a big one. Rema is widely respected and big in the US, and no wonder people are calling the head of of the Grammys for neglecting and snubbing Rema over the Grammys awards. Moving on, we saw the Rabbit GP. That's the latest EP that Rema dropped at the time. It's currently charting in 20 countries. 20 countries Apple Music album charts after 3 months of release. It is the African extended play with the most Apple Music entries with over 101 countries. When it dropped, it was charting in over 101 countries. And it is also the first African extended play to record number 1 in 10 countries on Apple Music charts. Moving away from Rema, we have Ololade Miyashake, an amazing guy. He was nominated by the Grammys, and apparently he lost that one to Tyler Waters. And then we saw the song "In My Slatan" came through. Now, this is the thing about this. On Friday, this song was struggling in charts and numbers, but as of today, Bust Down is currently sitting pretty as number 1. Moving on, we saw Fireboy coming out over the Eddies, at the Grammys Award to to speak at the Grammys Award, where he came out to say he wished everyone well at the award. Everybody nominated Davido, Burna Boy, Arya Star, Shakira, Olamide. He wishes them well, but then especially he came out to say he's wishing Shakira and Olamide a special one, because if they win, it means a lot to him. Okay, after the award, while he was going home, we saw where he spoke to an interviewer where he was asked how he felt at the time, and then he came out to say, "I feel good, I feel blessed, even though I did not win." Now, this is coming from a man who widely has been known to be a successful person. Within a short spell in the game, he has risen so high to be at the Grammys. That's the height of it. And for a man who has had less than 2 years in the game, active 2 years, one to say big congrats to him. And even though he didn't win the award, at this point, Ashake is already a winner. Moving on, we saw Ashake working side by side with Davido at the Grammys Award. It was a big one. At this point, expectations were so high. Nobody knows the fate of anybody. It was a case of who was going to win this one. But then the Grammy came out to say Davido was the one who's going to win this one. And obviously, I mean, Grammy said none of them was going to win it, and they gave it to Tyler and other persons. Sad one for them, but then good enough that Nigerians are heavily represented at the Grammys Awards. Moving on for the turntable chart, we saw Ashake has won the award for the following categories. Number one song for the year 2023 with Lonely at the Top. At the same time, number one album for the year 2023 with Walk of Art. And then the number one artist for the year 2023, obviously Ashake sits as number one. It was a toss-up between Ashake and Burna Boy, but then Ashake came out stronger ahead of Burna Boy. Moving on, we saw Davido obviously introducing Ashake to Chris Brown, and this is something he's known for. Davido is always introducing his friends to bigger artists whenever he's with them. We saw what he did with Pokole and Chris Brown. He made sure Pokole and Chris Brown had a video, and this time he's saying Ashake also needs to meet Chris Brown, and they did introduction. It was at Chris Brown house party, and then he took Ashake's there, and they had fun at the party. Just so you know, Ashake and Zlatan are now the cover of Spotify Bedu playlist, and that's a big one. This is the move that Afrobeat is trying to get. Obviously, as last week we saw Ashake being the cover of so many playlists, and this time he has just added Bedu playlist to the archives. Moving on, we have Fireboy, the birthday boy, as the next guy on the news. Happy birthday to Fireboy, by the way. We saw the Federal Ministry of Arts, Art and Culture, talking about Nigerian parastatal, came out to celebrate the Nigerian artists at the Grammys, and obviously mentioned names like CK and Fireboy. They celebrated the likes of Burna Boy, Davido, Olamide, Fireboy, Thames, Arya Star, Ashake, and CK. And this is from our country. We really love when they are celebrating our heritage. Moving on, we saw so far Fireboy's achievement is unmatchable. And in case you're wondering how, I'm going to tell them to you. Fireboy is the first to have a US certified song of a Fireboy. Fireboy is also the first to have a UK certified song. He is the first to sell out an arena in Europe. Now, basically, these numbers are Mrs. Pairs. So not about the OGs, but then I missed his pairs. Why his pairs? Rema is his pairs. Ashake, CK, these are his pairs. And so far, his record speaks volume. Rema is the first to have a US certification. He is the first to have a UK certification. He is the first to sell out an arena in Europe. He is the first to debut on the Hot 100 with his own song. He is the first with the highest peak on the US singles chart. He is the first to perform at the 90K Wembley Stadium. He was the first to perform at the BET Message Award. He is the first to be obviously with the project LTG, Apollo, and Playboy. He had like a certificate with that, a lot of that. He's also the first to have a song across 100 million streams on Spotify. He's also the first to make a debut album with no features across 100 million on Spotify. At the same time, he's also the first to accumulate over 200 million on Boomplay, Audiomack, Spotify, and Apple Music with different albums. Fireboy, like I said, his records are unmatchable. Moving on, we have Portable Omolalomi as the next guy on the news. We saw Rick Ross on Friday. Rick Ross came out to give shout outs to Odumodu Black and Portable and some other names, Uncle Waffles, and some big names in Afrobeat business. But then you could just see a man who wants to get the attention of Afrobeat. He called Odumodu, who also called Portable. And then the question is, how does Rick Ross manage to know who Portable is? Music is that bridge that connects you to the next person. And for Rick Ross, he is always feeling portable with what he said about him. Moving on, we saw Portable joining Skepta, and for preparation, they were on an arena, and they saw Portable backstage coming out to hype and give kudos to Tony Montana crooner known as Skepta. And then we saw Skepta has shown Portable unmatchable love. Trust me, unmatchable love. He's made sure he's making Portable the next conversation. He's taking him everywhere, shooting a video for him, and making sure that Portable name will be written in the sand of time. Moving on, we saw Charlie Poppy also making himself proud. And as much as the Grammys was happening, Charlie Poppy was also in the UK working out a boxer known as Dan Aziz. And I saw Charlie Poppy holding his belt and then walking behind the bouncer while he approached the fight. And with Charlie Poppy, his song was being played as Dan Aziz appeared on stage. And trust me, these are beautiful things we love to see. If you're not at the arena shutting down, you're also doing good on different spaces just to make sure the world is hearing your song and your name. Kudos to Charlie Poppy for that major one. And finally, on the news, we saw Arya Star speaking, and she was asked who she would like to work with in the Afrobeat space. And then Arya Star she came out to say, not Davido, not Wizkid, not another person, but Burna Boy and Tems. So she said, it's simple. I would love to work with Burna Boy and Tems. And then she said, that is simple. We all know she has worked with Wizkid, but for Davido, said she doesn't have interest in doing that, but she only has interest in working with Burna Boy and Tems. My name is Lucky. We'll catch you guys on the very, very next one. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. We'll catch you tomorrow with all that amazing news coming your way.